Get ready with me, wedding day edition. Hey, I'm Thea. I'm a model and a makeup artist. I'm sharing my wedding day makeup tutorial. I did my own bridal makeup. I have learned so many tips and tricks being in front of the camera and behind. I'm going to walk you through my makeup routine that I did on my wedding day. I focused a lot on skin. I have a whole video on my skincare prep on my social media account, so go back and watch that. I wanted to do my own makeup on my wedding day because it relaxes me and I just wanted like a chill vibe. A little bit of backstory about our wedding. I got ready and we had our reception at the Whistler House in Lowell. It's an art museum and where Neil Whistler was born. My mom was actually a docent here. Get ready with me, wedding day edition. And my yaya had an art show there in the 90s. I'm starting out with my Solawave to get some radio frequency. I have a whole skincare prep I did before that included radio frequency in the morning as well. This is really amazing to get snatched very quickly, and I love that it has red light to help reduce inflammation. I'm going in next with the Aloe Attiva Lip Plumper. This is my favorite lip product ever. It plumps, it hydrates, it's organic. Next, the Lumify Eye Drops. These are amazing. I was one of the first people to test these when I worked for Walgreens, and they work like magic. And if you have a red pimple, drop it on there. That primer is Inika Organics Radiant Glow. It's very dewy, and I'm really rubbing it into my skin because I had put moisturizer on like a few hours before. This is a Jane Iredale Color Luxe eyeshadow pencil, and I'm really focusing the darker portion of my eye look from the pupil outward. Notice how I'm putting on the darkest shadow with my eyes open and looking into the mirror. This is how I make sure that I'm getting the dark color in the correct spot. And then I'm going in with a shade lighter. I'll list all the color names and codes in the caption below so you guys can have it as a resource. So I'm going in with like a mid-tone. I'm using all neutral shades, nothing leaning too warm or too cool. I want this look to be timeless, glowy perfection, like Ralph Lauren and a Victoria's Secret model. I'm just making sure that those two shades are blended seamlessly, and see how I open and close my eye to make sure that I'm depositing pigment exactly where I want it. I wore Huda foundation. I love this foundation. It matches me so well. I used 3 shades. Yes, you heard me, 3 to get the perfect color match because I have a rockin' spray tan here. This is day 3, I believe. I used Nude spray tan on myself and I used their mocha shade. And you can see I took that darker Huda color, put that on the perimeter of my face, and then I'm painting the inner portion of my face with the lighter shade because light attracts like the flash, and then the darker portion is going to be like more contoured. So we want that like cheekbones and around our neck. Foundation is all about finding the correct shades, and that might mean more than one because it's going to look more natural, less about like the product and whether it's matte, dewy. You can always like shift that. And I'm going in with Huda concealer, really in strategic spots where I just needed that tiny bit of brightness in the center of my face, underneath. And you can see I go in with a brush and then I really push everything into the skin with a beauty blender. And then I'm like spot concealing where I needed it. I had some like little hives going on. This is the Victoria Beckham contour stick, and I love how skinny it is because I have a very small face. So I'm just drawing a line on my cheekbones to kind of where the side of my eye is. Then I'm going to go right underneath my lip, and then I'm also going to throw this into my eye socket. I love throwing whatever I'm using on my cheek and my eye to make the look really cohesive, and then that is a JLo hack to get a full pout. That's Beach Walk Betty by RMS. You'll see I will layer and layer and layer that on. The bronzer, we want to look natural and bronzed and not like a terracotta pot. I'm going in with the white shade in the Makeup by Mario palette right underneath my brow bone, and I'm really just trying to get a shape going with my eye look rather than depositing a ton of color. Once that's established, I'm going to darken the sides a bit and then go in with a neutral middle tone brown color. Just kind of swipe it all in there and really blend it out. You'll see I move around a lot when I'm doing my makeup, and that's because one, I was being photographed, but 2, I'm searching for different light sources. I want the natural light. I want to see shadows. I want to make sure my makeup's going to look amazing in like every single lighting. I'm going back in with that Jane Iredale crayon just to like darken it up a little bit, and that was an Anastasia brow gel. My brows are tinted here. I'm using Jane Iredale's Pure Press base to set my entire face. I'm shade Warm Sienna. It's like a magic eraser, so anything that wasn't bright enough for me, it just kind of like highlights it. And a quick electrolyte break. I'm going in with an RMS highlighter just in the tear duct to bring some brightness. I don't want to use glitter, but I do want there to be some reflex. So I'm going in with a second round with Surat Beauty. This is like a cream highlighter. I'm really being intentional. I'm using a small brush to deposit the pigment exactly where I want it, just to give some depth to my eye. And then I'm going in my waterline with a brown eyeliner from Rimmel, and then smoking the darkest Makeup by Mario brown shade underneath the eye. This really rounds the eye out. I suggest you always do this. And I'm spraying Fix Plus to really set everything into place, but that's not a setting spray. It just kind of makes everything melt together. And now I'm spot concealing right where I need it. We don't want to add product where we don't need it. I also use that same eyeliner to enhance my freckles. I drew them on a little bit darker because I want my skin to look like skin. And you can see with that Fix Plus, my face was wet. So I really pushed it all in with the Beauty Blender, and I'm adding more RMS bronzer. And then I'm going back in with Pure Press Base just to highlight the center of my face to really, really make sure that my complexion is totally smooth, because it's really hard to correct that with bridal photography. You want every shot and every kind of lighting source to be flawless. So you can see I'm like really pressing it in where I need some extra coverage. I have veins there. I know I'm going to get oily there and underneath the eye. This is truly one of my favorite products for giving my lashes a really good curl. Off camera, Alicia, who did my hair, also threw on some individual lashes for me from Sweet Beauty. She just did them because I was too nervous. And then this is waterproof mascara from YSL, my fave ever. Did not move all day. We're cleaning up with a little baby Q-tip. This is my first layer of RMS Living Luminizer. I'm going to layer this on a bunch of times, and then I'm going in with the Gabriel Cosmetic blush, and I'm going to like keep layering blush and highlighter to get like a really lived in but really pretty effect. Blush is the first thing to go, so you want to make sure that you put a little bit of extra on. And Living Luminizer is like my all-time favorite beauty product. It's what they used on Victoria's Secret Angels, and it's just like the most pretty lit from within glow that's very fashion forward. And I put some in the bridge of my nose and then above my lip and then my tear duct, and it's just, oh, I could just roll my whole body in it if I could, if I wanted to. There we go. I'm tapping more in. It just makes your foundation, everything look more skin-like. Off camera on my body, I used the Huda body shimmer mixed with a little bit of Radiant Glow. I didn't film that because it was too difficult. You'll see how large my dress is. And then you can see I'm layering more of the RMS Living Luminizer, and I'm going back in on the freckles on my face to make sure that my skin is looking like skin. And you can see I turned my head. I'm using different mirrors. I'm going into different light because I want to make sure that my makeup is cohesive from all angles. This first lip liner is RMS in Sunset Nude, and then I'm going to go in with Fit Glow Beauty's lip liner in Eau Naturel. This is like my combo. I only touched my lip up one time, and layering the lip liners with the balm really makes it long wearing. You want to make sure that your bridal makeup, it doesn't have any harsh lines of demarcation. Like you can't tell where things stop and start. It just looks like glowy and pretty and very in unison, even from your body to your neck. Because I layered 2 lip liners, I decided that I needed a little bit more lip plumper. This is the Aloe Attiva. And then I opted out of actually using lipstick altogether. This was kind of like a day of decision. And then you'll see I'm going to use the Fit Glow Beauty lip gloss in, I think, Bear. And it was just such a pretty color. It was so fun to be with the girls. I just had the photographer and my content girl really with me, and my mom and my son like popped in and out. And that is the one size setting spray from Patrick Ta that makes everything waterproof. That is a 10 out of 10 product. It's definitely not clean and natural. I would only save that for special events. Here is that lip gloss I was talking about. It's truly like the prettiest purpley pink, which you don't want anything too crazy on your lips for your wedding photos because it can date the photos really quickly. I'm going in with a Surat Beauty. I think this is a highlighter. It's very, very skinny. I'm just going to hit the inner corner of my eye just a little bit because I felt like I needed a little bit of shimmer, not glitter. Again, we're going for timeless. I want this makeup to look beautiful in 10 years and when I show my grandchildren. I got ready on the top floor of the museum, which was an artist studio, which was just like a really cool vibe. I'm painting my face. I'm an artist myself. And then before I got my dress on, we did like some sexy little boudoir photos. My mom came and got me dressed, and you'll see I'm wearing sneakers and compression socks because my dress weighed about 30 pounds, and my hairdresser and friend Alicia is buttoning me up. She did such a beautiful job on my hair. We opted for a traditional Greek Orthodox ceremony. My dad is actually a priest and performed it, and it was really special. Here I am touching up my one touch up all night with a little bit of Fit Glow Beauty lip liner. Here I am before I walk down the aisle. I'm so nervous and so excited. We took all of our photos before the ceremony, which was a 10 out of 10. I felt like I could just relax and enjoy everything after that. This is my beautiful church that I grew up in. We took some really cool photos, and we are a married couple. I wanted my bridal look to feel timeless, but really fashion forward and elegant, something I'm going to look back on and love in 50 years. This is at the end of the night. I changed it to a mini, and you can see my makeup and hair still look amazing, and I only did that one little lip touch up. It's important to feel good, but not let your looks like consume the whole entire day, because it's really about you two. Because I've been a makeup artist at so many weddings, I knew things I did and did not want to do, and getting ready, really alone in a peaceful environment, listening to disco was my vibe. I just felt relaxed and excited to marry the love of my life. Thank you so much for watching. Drop all your beauty questions in the comments. Let's get married, you guys.